7. Essential pillars of support. After 60, stronger than family. They say family is everything, right? It's supposed to be the backbone that supports you through thick and thin, the place where unconditional love resides, where you find your refuge and your strength. But what if I told you that, as we grow older, family might not always be enough? What if I told you there are other pillars of support, just as strong, or even stronger, than family, especially when you reach the age of 60 and beyond? Now, I'm not saying that family isn't important. Of course it is, but we all know that life after 60 is different. Our physical bodies change, our social circles shift, and sometimes family members may not be as available or as present as we would like them to be. We may find ourselves navigating uncharted waters, trying to maintain a sense of purpose, health, and joy as we move through these golden years. So, what do you do when your family can't be there for you every moment, when your own energy is starting to shift and the world around you keeps changing at a pace you didn't quite expect? That's where these 7 essential pillars of support come in. Pillars that are stronger than family and can carry you through life with more strength, wisdom, and resilience than you might have thought possible. You see, life doesn't stop at 60. It doesn't slow down in the way we think it might, and it doesn't make us weaker unless we let it. In fact, I believe that the older we get, the more opportunities we have to grow, to learn, to find joy, and to redefine our sense of purpose. But this growth doesn't happen by accident. It requires us to lean into different kinds of support systems that sometimes go beyond the traditional role of family. These pillars don't just offer comfort, they empower us to continue living the life we choose, with vitality and clarity. Over the next few minutes, I want to share with you these 7 essential pillars of support. These are not just abstract ideas, they're real, tangible sources of strength that anyone, especially those of us over 60, can rely on. We'll explore how taking care of your health, securing your financial independence, building a community, nurturing your emotional well-being, finding purpose, continuing to learn, and connecting with your spirituality can transform your life in ways that you might never have imagined. You might be thinking, I've made it this far without some of these, and that's completely understandable. But as life moves forward, we all face new challenges, and these challenges aren't something to fear. They're an invitation to discover new sources of strength. As we age, these pillars not only give us stability, but also open the door to a new chapter in life that's filled with possibility. They help us thrive rather than just survive. You might be wondering, where do I even begin? Don't worry, I'll guide you through each pillar one by one, showing you how to embrace them and make them a part of your life. And it's not too late. It's never too late to start laying down these foundations, no matter where you are in your journey. As we move into this new phase of life, it's crucial to remember, the strength to live a full, vibrant life comes not just from those closest to us, but from within, and from the other pillars of support we cultivate around us. So let's take this step together, and I'll show you how these pillars can help you live stronger, smarter, and more empowered than you've ever felt before. Let's get started. 1. The pillar of health, physical well-being. When you reach the age of 60, there's one thing that becomes undeniably clear. Without good health, nothing else matters. Physical health is the foundation that supports everything else in life. It's the pillar that allows you to continue doing the things you love, to engage with others, and to truly enjoy your time here on Earth. Without it, all the other pillars of support can crumble, leaving you feeling helpless, vulnerable, and frankly, frustrated. But here's the good news. You have more control over your health than you may realize. It's never too late to start making changes that can improve your physical well-being. I know that as we get older, the body doesn't always cooperate the way it used to. We may feel the aches and pains that were once absent, or notice that we don't have the same energy we once had. But that doesn't mean we have to give up on our health. Far from it. Let's talk about the basics. Exercise, proper nutrition, and rest. These 3 things are the cornerstones of physical well-being. Exercise doesn't mean you need to become a gym enthusiast or run marathons, though if that's your thing, more power to you. It means incorporating movement into your day in a way that feels good to you. Whether it's taking a daily walk, doing some gentle yoga, or even dancing around the living room, just keep your body moving. You'll be amazed at how much it can improve your mood, energy levels, and overall health. I've heard countless stories of people in their 60s and beyond who start with small movements and gradually build up to more, feeling stronger and more confident with each passing day. Then there's nutrition. I can't emphasize enough how important it is to fuel your body with the right kind of food. A balanced diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats, can make a world of difference. The older we get, the more our bodies need proper nutrition to keep functioning well. It's about giving your body the nutrients it needs to fight off illness, maintain energy, and keep your organs and bones strong. And let's not forget the importance of rest. Sleep becomes increasingly important as we age. A good night's sleep allows your body to repair itself, recharge, and prepare for another day. Without it, your body and mind won't function at their best. Try to establish a bedtime routine, avoid screen time before bed, and create a restful environment. A peaceful, restorative sleep is one of the simplest ways to improve your overall health. I've seen firsthand how people in their 60s and even 70s can turn their health around by adopting just a few small changes. It doesn't take dramatic transformations to start seeing results, just consistency, patience, and a little bit of effort each day. Remember, every step you take to improve your health is a step toward a longer, fuller life. 2. The pillar of financial independence. Now, let's talk about another crucial pillar, financial independence. After 60, many of us are no longer working full-time, and the idea of relying on a fixed income, pensions, or savings becomes a reality. Having financial stability is one of the strongest forms of support you can give yourself. It's not about being wealthy or living a lavish lifestyle. It's about being secure and free to live your life without constantly worrying about money. When you're financially independent, you have choices. You can make decisions based on what makes you happy, not out of necessity. You can travel, enjoy hobbies, help others, or simply live your life on your own terms, and that peace of mind is priceless. Financial independence after 60 doesn't mean you need to have millions of dollars. It means managing what you have wisely, being mindful of your spending, and planning for the future. Let's face it, the cost of healthcare, housing, and unexpected expenses can add up quickly. But with the right financial habits, you can create a buffer that gives you the freedom to enjoy these years with less stress. One key aspect of financial independence is understanding where your money is going. Take time to review your expenses and look for areas where you can cut back. This doesn't mean living a life of deprivation. It simply means being intentional about how you spend your money. Cut out the things that no longer serve you and redirect those funds toward your future security. Another vital part of financial independence is understanding how to make your money work for you. If you haven't already, now's the time to learn about investing, managing assets, and protecting your wealth. Even if you didn't have the chance to accumulate significant savings earlier in life, there are still opportunities for you to grow your wealth in small, manageable ways. Speak with a financial advisor if needed, and don't be afraid to ask questions about your financial situation. It's never too late to take control of your finances and make smart choices for your future. And let's not overlook the importance of having a financial cushion for emergencies. Life is unpredictable, and having a financial safety net can reduce stress when unexpected events arise. Whether it's medical bills, a home repair, or anything else, knowing you have a bit of money set aside for emergencies can make all the difference. When you're financially independent, you're not tied to the whims of the world around you. You can make choices based on your values, your desires, and your well-being. And that, my friends, is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. 3. The pillar of community and friendship. As we age, one of the most critical elements of our well-being becomes the connections we have with others. In our younger years, it may have been easy to take friendships and community for granted, but as we enter our 60s, we begin to understand the true value of having strong, supportive relationships outside of family. Sometimes life has a way of isolating us, whether it's due to distance, loss, or simply the changes that come with aging. But let me tell you, community and friendship are pillars that can transform your life in ways you might not expect. The loneliness that can come with getting older is real. It can creep in without you even noticing. When friends move away, when children become busy with their own lives, or when health issues make it harder to get out and socialize. Yet, human beings are social creatures. We thrive when we have others to share our lives with, to laugh with, and to lean on when times get tough. Building a sense of community doesn't always mean having a large circle of friends. It means nurturing the relationships you have and seeking out new ones that can enrich your life. Don't wait for people to come to you. Take the initiative, whether it's joining a local club, attending community events, volunteering, or even taking a class. Putting yourself out there is the first step. And remember, it doesn't matter how old you are. You're never too old to make new friends. I've seen people in their 60s and 70s find meaningful friendships by just showing up to social events and being open to new connections. Being part of a community provides so many benefits. First, it helps you stay mentally and emotionally engaged. When you surround yourself with people, you open yourself up to learning new things, sharing experiences, and feeling a sense of belonging. That sense of connection can make all the difference, especially when life feels like it's getting harder to navigate alone. Whether you're involved in a religious group, a book club, a gardening circle, or just regular coffee meetups, the social aspect of life is something to cherish and nurture. But it's not just about making new friends. It's about cultivating deep, meaningful relationships with the people who matter most. Friendship isn't about quantity. It's about quality. Having a few close friends who truly understand and support you can be more valuable than a large network of acquaintances. The beauty of friendship, especially in your 60s and beyond, is that it's often based on shared experiences, wisdom, and genuine care for one another. These bonds provide a sense of security and joy, offering comfort in times of sorrow and celebrating the happy moments together. So make the effort to strengthen your community. Be the one who reaches out to others. It doesn't require grand gestures. Sometimes it's the small things, a simple phone call, an invitation to coffee, or just being there when someone needs a listening ear, that will form the foundation of lifelong friendships. 4. The pillar of mental and emotional health. In our 60s, we often find ourselves at a crossroads, a place where the emotional and mental toll of life can feel heavier than before. The challenges of aging, health concerns, losses, and even the transition into retirement can weigh on our minds. But here's something I want you to remember. Mental and emotional health is not just a fleeting concern. It is something that requires consistent care and nurturing. The way we think about ourselves and the world around us can deeply affect our quality of life in our later years. That's why nurturing your mental and emotional health is a pillar that can make all the difference. First, let's talk about emotional resilience. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by life's obstacles, especially when we're older. But emotional resilience isn't about avoiding difficulties. It's about learning how to bounce back from them. Life will always throw curveballs, and some days it might feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. But cultivating emotional resilience means developing the ability to handle these challenges with grace and strength. It's about seeing setbacks as temporary and knowing that you have the inner strength to face whatever comes your way. One of the most powerful tools for emotional well-being is self-care. I know we often associate self-care with indulgent activities, bubble baths, massages, or a weekend getaway. But emotional self-care is about something deeper. It's about listening to your feelings, validating them, and giving yourself the space to process emotions without judgment. If you're feeling sad, angry, or frustrated, don't push those emotions away. Acknowledge them, understand where they're coming from, and give yourself permission to feel. Sometimes the best thing you can do for your mental health is to simply be kind to yourself. Another essential aspect of emotional health is mindfulness. As we age, it's easy to get caught up in what has already happened or what might come next. We might find ourselves constantly ruminating on the past or worrying about the future. But mindfulness, living in the present moment, can help you break free from this cycle. Through practices like meditation, deep breathing, or simply pausing throughout the day to notice your surroundings, you can anchor yourself in the now. This practice not only reduces stress, but also brings clarity and peace of mind. It's also important to remember that emotional health is a lifelong journey. Even at 60 or beyond, you can still learn and grow emotionally. This could mean seeking therapy to work through old wounds, practicing gratitude, or developing new coping strategies. No matter what your age, emotional growth is always possible. Never underestimate your ability to heal, to learn new ways of thinking, and to cultivate a mindset that allows you to thrive. And lastly, take care of your mental health. Just like physical health, mental health requires attention. Engage in activities that challenge your mind. Puzzles, reading, learning new skills, or even having deep conversations with friends. Keeping your mind sharp is not just about avoiding mental decline. It's about continuing to find joy, curiosity, and purpose. And remember, it's okay to seek help if you need it. If you find that your emotions are too overwhelming to handle alone, don't hesitate to talk to a counselor or a support group. Your mental and emotional health are as important as your physical health, and the good news is you have the power to take care of both. The more you nurture your mind and heart, the stronger and more resilient you'll become, giving you the ability to face whatever challenges life throws your way with a sense of peace and confidence. 5. The pillar of purpose and meaning. As we enter our 60s, we often find ourselves asking, what's next? For many, retirement marks a major life transition, moving away from the structured demands of work and into a more open, flexible lifestyle. At first, this can feel like freedom, but after a while, it may leave you wondering, what do I do now? That's where the pillar of purpose and meaning comes in. Having a sense of purpose is one of the most powerful sources of strength you can have, especially in your later years. It doesn't matter if you're still working, volunteering, pursuing hobbies, or spending more time with family. Finding meaning in what you do each day is key to feeling fulfilled and satisfied with your life. Purpose is not something that's handed to you. It's something you cultivate. It's about identifying what matters to you, what gives you joy, and how you can continue to contribute to the world around you. For some, purpose may come from continuing to work or starting a new career. For others, it may be found in mentoring younger generations, pursuing passions that were put aside earlier in life, or even dedicating time to creative endeavors or charitable causes. But finding purpose doesn't have to be tied to grand achievements. Sometimes, it's the smaller acts that give us the most meaning. It could be the joy of helping a neighbor, volunteering at a local shelter, or simply taking the time to mentor someone who needs guidance. Purpose is deeply personal, and it comes in many forms. The key is to stay open to new opportunities, even if they don't look exactly like what you imagined your life to be. This can be a freeing experience, allowing yourself to redefine what success and fulfillment mean to you in this stage of life. I've seen countless people who, in their later years, find a new sense of purpose that reinvigorates them in ways they never expected. They write books, start small businesses, create art, volunteer, or become active in causes they've always cared about. In doing so, they not only enrich their own lives, but also make a significant impact on the lives of others. Purpose can also come from nurturing the relationships that are most important to you. For some, it's about spending quality time with children or grandchildren, or even reconnecting with long-lost friends. Knowing that you are contributing to someone else's happiness or growth is a powerful reminder of the value you bring to the world, no matter how old you are. When you have a sense of purpose, you feel driven. You wake up in the morning with a sense of direction and anticipation. Your life becomes more than just the passage of time. It becomes a series of meaningful moments. And as we age, the need for that sense of meaning becomes even more significant. It provides us with the motivation to get out of bed, to take care of our health, to continue learning, and to face life's challenges with a positive outlook. So whether it's through your career, hobbies, relationships, or community involvement, I urge you to find what truly lights you up. Pursue it with passion and joy, and you'll discover a deeper sense of fulfillment in the years ahead. 6. The pillar of learning and growth. One of the most beautiful aspects of life after 60 is the opportunity to embrace lifelong learning. We often think of learning as something that only happens when we're younger, when we're in school, building careers, or acquiring new skills. But the truth is, learning doesn't stop when you reach a certain age. In fact, it's in your later years that learning can take on even more importance, as it keeps your mind sharp, your spirit engaged, and your sense of wonder alive. The pillar of learning and growth is about remaining curious, open, and committed to expanding your horizons. It's about understanding that the process of learning doesn't stop with a diploma or a degree. It continues as long as you have the curiosity and willingness to explore new ideas and experiences. It could be as simple as picking up a new book on a topic that interests you or taking a class in something you've always wanted to try. Many communities offer courses for seniors in everything from digital literacy to foreign languages, art, or even new technologies. These classes can introduce you to new skills, new passions, and most importantly, new people. Learning doesn't have to be an intimidating academic exercise. It can be as informal as watching a documentary on a subject you know little about, or practicing a musical instrument in your spare time. The benefits of learning later in life are numerous. It can help prevent cognitive decline, improve memory, and provide a sense of accomplishment and joy. Plus, it can be a powerful antidote to feelings of stagnation or loneliness. Whether you're taking a cooking class, learning to paint, or exploring a new hobby like photography, the process of learning challenges your mind and keeps you intellectually engaged. This not only makes life more interesting, but also enriches your emotional well-being. But learning isn't just about absorbing new information. It's also about personal growth. It's about being willing to let go of old patterns of thinking and embracing new perspectives. Aging often comes with the temptation to become more set in your ways, but the beauty of learning and growth is that it encourages flexibility, adaptability, and open-mindedness. As we age, we accumulate wisdom, but we also need to remain humble and open to new ideas. This mindset helps us stay connected to the world around us and ensures that we're never truly stagnant. Learning is also a way of embracing change. We all know that life is full of changes, and as we get older, those changes can sometimes feel overwhelming. But when we approach those changes with the mindset of a learner, curious, open, and willing to grow, we're better equipped to navigate the challenges that come with aging. Whether it's adjusting to new technologies, learning to manage health issues, or adapting to shifts in relationships, continuous learning helps us build resilience and confidence. And don't forget that learning can be a social experience. Whether you're joining a book club, taking a group fitness class, or attending a seminar, learning with others creates bonds that enrich your life in ways you may not have anticipated. These shared experiences provide opportunities for social interaction, which is another key pillar of well-being as we age. So, embrace the idea of lifelong learning. It's not about becoming an expert in everything. It's about nurturing your curiosity, engaging with the world around you, and growing both intellectually and personally. Keep your mind active, your heart open, and your sense of wonder alive, and you'll discover that there's always something new to learn, no matter how old you are. 7. The pillar of spirituality and inner peace. As we enter the later stages of life, we often begin to reflect on what truly matters. We may look back at the milestones we've achieved, the relationships we've nurtured, and the challenges we've overcome. But along with these reflections comes an undeniable truth. Life is fleeting, and it's essential to find peace within ourselves. The pillar of spirituality and inner peace plays a profound role in this process. It's about creating a deep connection with something larger than yourself, something that transcends the everyday struggles and reminds you of the bigger picture. Spirituality doesn't necessarily have to be linked to religion, though it certainly can be for many. It can take many forms. whether through a connection to nature, meditation, prayer, mindfulness, or simply embracing a sense of purpose. What's most important is that it provides a sense of grounding, purpose, and inner peace. It's the pillar that offers clarity in times of uncertainty and comfort during moments of doubt. As we age, the quest for inner peace becomes more urgent. Life often presents us with the challenge of reconciling with the past, accepting the present, and letting go of fears about the future. Spirituality helps us do this. It teaches us that despite the chaos and unpredictability of life, we are part of something far greater. We don't have to have all the answers, but by nurturing our spiritual health, we can cultivate a sense of calm that permeates every aspect of our being. For some, spirituality is about connecting with a higher power through prayer, attending religious services, or deepening their understanding of their faith. For others, it might mean practicing mindfulness, which helps you stay present and accept each moment as it comes. Meditation, journaling, or quiet reflection can provide a space to connect with your deeper self, offering clarity and wisdom. Nature itself can be a powerful source of spirituality, allowing you to feel connected to the earth, the universe, and the cycles of life. No matter what form it takes, spirituality is about finding peace within and letting go of the noise and distractions of the world. It provides comfort in difficult times and a sense of belonging in a universe that sometimes feels overwhelming. It teaches you that even in the face of aging, loss, or adversity, you are never truly alone. There is a larger force at work, whether you call it God, the universe, or simply the energy of life itself. And it's something you can tap into for guidance, strength, and peace. Through spirituality, you learn to accept the things you cannot control and focus on what you can, your thoughts, your actions, and your reactions to the world around you. This sense of peace is the ultimate form of strength. It allows you to live with grace, to forgive when necessary, to find joy even in the simplest moments, and to face the challenges of aging with a calm and steady heart. Conclusion. As we reach the age of 60 and beyond, we begin to see the world and ourselves in a new light. The old ways of thinking, those centered on career, family, and external validation, may no longer carry the same weight. Instead, we realize that the true strength lies in the internal pillars we build. These are the pillars that support us in ways that family alone cannot. They are the ones that sustain us, empower us, and allow us to live the second half of our lives with vitality, peace, and purpose. These 7 essential pillars, health, financial independence, community, emotional well-being, purpose, learning, and spirituality, form the foundation for a thriving life after 60. Each one provides its own unique support, offering something that family and other external factors simply can't. They give us strength when we need it most, provide clarity in times of uncertainty, and remind us that life is still full of possibilities, no matter our age. We often think of family as the ultimate source of support, but what if we told you that the most important source of support could come from within you? These pillars aren't just external resources, they are part of you. You have the power to cultivate each of them, and in doing so, you create a life that's not only rich with meaning, but also resilient in the face of life's challenges. Remember, it's never too late to begin. Each step you take towards strengthening these pillars will bring you closer to a more fulfilling, empowered life. Whether you start with your health, your finances, or your community, know that you have the strength within to build these foundations and continue growing, learning, and thriving. You don't have to depend solely on family to find support. By embracing these pillars, you'll discover that you have all the strength you need to live with joy, purpose, and fulfillment. Keep building, keep growing, and above all, keep believing that the best years are yet to come.